And we're back with Fiasco on actual play from the break. It sounds like we're going to have some shenanigans happening and maybe a birthday party. I don't
I
know. We
think
have,
so.
I think, two more scenes before the tilt, which is when
Yes.
everything goes sideways, as it does.
I want to set a scene, if that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll establish a scene, and it's a scene with Brenda. And it's date night, and it's also your birthday. But
It is.
but you're, yeah. So like when you come down for breakfast, I'm wearing a stupid hat and I'm holding the dog, and and you can see that there's some kind of situation in our living room. Something's I've put tarps over the Berber carpet, and anyway.
So,
Happy birthday!
oh, oh, Josh. Oh, honey, is this what I
Are you,
think it is?
are you surprised?
I am so surprised. Oh my gosh. The
Listen,
tarps.
I know how important it was to you to have a live sacrifice on your birthday, and you're always telling me I should be more evil. And well, I wanted you to have a good time. I wanted it to be fun, and I wanted it to be something you'd remember the rest of your life.
Oh,
So
Josh, thank you. And Brenda throws a big hug around Josh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I feel so heard in our connection right now.
well, I
Thank you.
listened to you. I listened to you, honey, and my friends have been telling me I should be more evil, and I know you want that too. So let's be evil together.
Oh,
I got a tarp set up. I got a kiddie pool. I got your favorite sacrificial blade. Here you go. Here you go. Take it.
oh, beautiful. Is it smaller?
A little bit.
Oh. Oh, I mean that's fine. That's fine. Gosh. Oh, you left it sharp this time.
Well,
Oh.
I know you like it sharp, and we want this time especially to be quick and painless. We
Perfect.
don't want to cause any extra distress to the sacrificial victim,
Of
do we? Do we,
course.
Daisy?
Who is it?
Well, come on out here. I'll show you.
Is it one of those kids from Hot Topic?
Well, no, it's not.
That's okay.
I thought of something a lot worse than that. Yeah.
Oh, ooh, I'm excited, Joshy.
Well, come on out here, Brenda, and
In the yard.
look here. It's the lady herself, Lady Daisy Preswick, our dog. Isn't that evil?
I don't understand. Oh, is she gonna eat like the giblets like on Thanksgiving when we give her what's in the little baggie that comes out of the turkey? That's a really nice thought. Where's the like the sacrifice though?
Well, I was thinking this was Andre's idea. Really, he said I should be a little more evil, and well, let's kill our dog together.
Joshua, were you
What?
you thought she scoops Daisy up? Is Daisy in like special little satanic robes that Brenda
Yeah, I
sewed?
think so. Yeah.
You she like
Well,
drops the dagger. I could stick this in you right now. How could you even think our princess, Daisy,
I thought you'd be happy.
happy? Why would I want to sacrifice the good thing in our marriage?
Because she's the good thing.
Well, oh, Josh, honey. Oh, I see what you are thinking now.
I'm trying to be bad here.
I know. She's like patting Daisy's side. Here's the thing, honey. I've said this. We've been married 36 years now, and the whole time we've known each other, the thought is good. The execution could be better. Literally this time, actually, which is a first. I I love you. Thank you so much for this birthday thought. I'm going to take Lady Daisy Preswick for her morning poop and walkies. And when I get back, we'll have breakfast together, and it'll be really, really nice. It'll be a nice breakfast for us. Yeah. And I think that's scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't go well at all.
I was gonna say, so I'm gonna deal a negative outcome card to Jason.
Things are not going good for me. That was harsh.
That was really hard.
Because he was trying. Like, he's coming from a place of love.
He really is trying. He really is trying. I feel like we're really illustrating that even in the most terrible of situations, everyone really is just doing the best with the information they have. You know? That is, yeah.
So that's a messed up interpretation of what we are witnessing. But yeah.
Nice.
We have one more scene before the tilt. Whose scene is it?
I think it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it is it's a vent session between Brenda and Andre. It's still her birthday. It's still her birthday, but I think it's like lunchtime, and Josh is like busy at the leather store, and Brenda texted Andre in those like ultra big letters that people can set their phones to, just being like, I need coffee. And we're just in the atrium, and she's like anxiously petting Daisy the whole time. Yeah. Andre, he said it was your idea, and I just want to be sure, that this was just a Josh up, right? Like just kind of, I get it. I understand that he's really, really, really trying, but gosh, that was not on my birthday. Can you believe it? We've had her since she was a puppy. We got her from a registered breeder, and she could have been in the shows, right? Except I thought that the stress would kind of inflame her IBS. So I can't believe that that's anything that he would think of. I'm sorry. I've been talking a long time. Thank you. I appreciate that you're listening.
No, it's fine. It's good. I brought him a beer. I told him I was sorry that I was messing up date night. You guys look good together. You always look good.
That's very kind. I feel 50's been a hard year. I've sort of gone to seed a little. I haven't been able to do my power walking as often as I want to. But that's very nice of you.
You don't look much over 25. You look great.
Oh, Andre, get out of here. Get out. Daisy, why don't you go down now? Puts the dog down so that she can lean forward a little bit more over the table. Andre, I was thinking, I do think Josh is really trying. And I really want him to be able to see me. He's trying, but I think I need to show him. I think it might be time to maybe, even if we don't have a space yet, right? Show him what you and I think the going back, the traditional ceremony should be like. I think maybe it's time to get the congregation together and do a true Black Sabbath. And Christmas falls on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking it's time to leave this place. These folks, they're gonna stay the way they are. We should just go.
I know. I mean, but like, if we don't bring some congregation members with us, what's it gonna be? Just you and me alone on the ritual altar in the dark? What would we do?
That sounds like an evil good time. I don't think that's bad. We can find
Andre, no. We need followers. Yeah. I would like one of them to be Josh. I really truly do. And I think maybe the way to convince him is to show him, where we come from, so that we can be together as a true family. I think that's the spirit that I would really love to live out this Christmas.
That
It's
sounds-
true. It's the millennium, and who knows what's gonna happen, and
That's
true. We can
It sounds
feel
good.
relief.
It sounds good.
Yeah. Do you know of a space that we could use? Is there anything that you think could work that way?
There's and Mr. Middleton might like it. It's that old barn, that army barn.
That thing he's always calling the VFW building. I still don't know what
Yes.
that means. I don't know what those letters are.
But he likes that place, so
He does, yeah. That's perfect, because I bet there's still all the dirt and stuff, and we could even do it before we clean and then just push broom it all out of there when we're done. That's so tidy.
That works.
Yeah, perfect. Do you still have that power washer for the outside of the atrium?
The mall has one. We could use that one.
Oh, perfect. What do you think, Andre? I think this idea really has legs.
If you want to do it, I'm with you. I'm ready to go.
All right. Perfect. You know what? It is a date. Christmas night, we're going to do a true Black Sabbath with the family.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Perfect. I think that's seen.
I think that's a good outcome for Brenda.
That's great.
Brenda's rolling high. So to
Good.
speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll change.
Wow.
Yep.
It's going to change. Wow, so it's tilt time, huh?
Yep.
It is tilt
Jason,
time.
tell us about tilt time with new Fiasco.
Yeah, so the way that the tilt works now is that you just flip over your cards that you've received, and the cards will have numbers on them. And just like with black and white dice in the old game, you add the separate colors together and subtract the low combination from the high combination. It looks like we all have either positive or negatives. Add the numbers together. And then it's also going to reveal those 8 cards, which are going to have tilt elements written on them, which are the ones that the high numbers, positive and negative, blue and red, will get to choose from. Jen, I don't know how we see those cards.
Yeah, so if you click on the cards above your name, it gives you that little black pop-up that has all the cards, and you can just drag them onto the board. And I kind of think just drag them, in the general area of your character's head, so that we know who's got what.
Oh man, so I have red 9.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Wow.
You win, because I have red 4. So
okay. And my elements are very good. They're Death Out of the Blue and Love Rears Its Ugly Head, both of which are good. Potentially. So what else? We got Cold-Blooded Score Settling. That could happen. Misdirected Passion. Who's got the high blue?
I have 2 blue.
I have 2 blue.
You have 4 actually, Gian.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. I accidentally backed out of the page and I'm trying to get back in. So
okay.
As I do it, it looks like I'm joining now. Okay, great. +2. I only see, maybe I'm seeing this wrong.
So click on the cards above your
my avatar, right?
Yep, and then drag those cards onto the tabletop so we can see.
I see. Okay. There were only 2 there, even though it said it said 4 elsewhere. But I've got
weird.
Yeah. I've got these 2. Can you guys see these in the corner?
Yep.
Someone dragged one.
Paranoia, Sudden Reversal, and
Guilt. Someone develops a conscience, which is a plus.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's me and Jay that are going to decide.
Nice.
So Jay, you're going to pick one, and I'm going to pick one. And I'm open to suggestions, but I kind of like Love Rears Its Ugly Head.
That's legit.
That's legit.
Lots of different ways. And it really doesn't seem like we're going for like a tremendously violent game. Like the ones about death and violence just don't seem super.
Yeah, Death Out of the Blue doesn't really fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with love rears its ugly head. That's what I'd like.
I like what seemed like dumb luck isn't. If I'm hesitating, it's because I'm not sure how that plays out. That seems like that might be hard.
And also, you can pick any card. It
Oh, is
doesn't
that
have to
right?
be. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be one of your 2 cards.
All right,
Any of
then
the cards on the table.
I love guilt. Someone develops a conscience.
Oh,
I
Yes.
love that one.
good.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
Perfect.
So these are things that have to happen in X2. We just need to make sure that those things happen. I don't think that'll be hard, but that'll help guide play for us.
Awesome.
And we'll all have 2 more scenes in Act 2. And these typically go a little quicker because we now know who the characters are and sort of what their arcs are.
Right.
Cool. So we've got the tilt cards that we're using in the middle. I got rid of the other cards.
Okay.
So yeah, so now we just do another 2 rounds of scenes.
Okay.
And
You'll have to remember what your score is because we're going to add the numbers that we had to.
okay. Sorry.
Good.
I had red 9.
Let me write it down on my phone notes app.
I'm putting it in the chat in roll 20.
Okay.
Yep. So that way we'll have it. Gian, what was yours? Yours was something.
Blue 3.
Blue 3.
Jay was, what was Jay?
Blue 4.
Great.
Cool. That'll be important later on. I had red 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
Nothing but losing.
Cheesy, crazy.
But losing in a good way.
So I was going to say, I'm going to put this on the table if you guys want it. Brenda and Andre, if you would like to scheme to sacrifice Ash, I, as a player, am super for that scheme.
Yeah.
I'm just putting or maybe even Kendra, maybe both of us. I don't know. It's up to you. But
you should recruit Kendra and sacrifice Ash. That'd be great.
Oh, that's so sad.
That doesn't impact your ability to play the game if your character dies.
Sure.
So totally good.
I like that idea to springboard. I don't know if this is introducing too many options, but what if as a wedding gift to Ash, we tried to sacrifice the preacher? Because then there's also no Lutheran church either.
It's true.
Yeah, that would be a very nice gift.
And I'm sure my fiance would be super jazzed about it.
I mean, then they can just make decisions based on their hearts instead of family pressure, right?
Yeah.
That's totally something.
Well, and if you want an evil sacrifice, what's more evil than sacrificing a Lutheran preacher?
I feel like this is a very Brenda thread of logic.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's good.
Cool.
I think that's a good good goal.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. I bet Ash would be on board with it also, and then we'd have 3 people helping us too. And that's
sure.
useful.
Yep.
All right. So who's establishing it's your turn, right, Jen?
I don't know that we necessarily have specific turns, but I can go.
Okay, sure.
So I think a little bit of time has passed, and I've done one of the dumb Lutheran marriage counseling classes, and I cannot do that shit again. Right? I can't handle it. I thought I could handle these 2 weeks in Lutheran hell or whatever, but I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you actually talking to Brenda, maybe?
I think so.
You just saw her in the atrium. We made a polite small talk, and it's Brenda was like, what if do you want to talk for a little bit? Yeah.
Well, and I can't really talk to Josh or Andre about this. Andre has these plans, and
Sure. And sometimes the men, they can be a little more obtuse. They just don't get get these things as much sometimes. I understand. And Brenda sort of
And
pats-
Andre just like wanted me to go with this for like 2 or 3 more weeks or whatever.
well,
and like he's
Andre,
not the one who has to sit in a Lutheran church listening to this like hellfire and damnation talk.
I mean, are you and Kendra very committed to each other? Is this like, could you kind of do a mulligan on this one and do over with someone else? Or I mean, it's not, I don't mean to pry. I just want, it sounds like there's a lot standing in the way, like there's a literal person standing in the way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, before Kendra proposed to me, I was going to propose to her and we were going to get married in the Satanic Church and everything was going to be great.
Oh,
right?
It's been so long since we've had a blood wedding too. That's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
And then Preacher Tally just shows up and is like, sure, like I already reserved the church, but you have to go to these classes.
Yeah, it is Preacher
And-
Tally, huh?
Yeah, and I kind of just wish he would die.
You know, Ash, I feel comfortable sharing this with you. You're young and you have a lot of promise and potential. I see a lot of kind of myself in you when I was your age, sort of. I don't know about the hair, but that's okay. And I'll get right to it. Andre and I have been talking a lot about the Satanic Temple and our roots. I know we've tried to appeal to the moderate mainstream, but I feel like we've really lost a lot. And so he and I were thinking of I've talked about it with Josh as well. And we were thinking, all three of us, sort of turning the VFW building into its own temple, a separate building, not the back of the leather goods store anymore. And we do need a christening, right, so to speak. And if Preacher Tally is getting in the way, I can't really think of many other offerings that are just as tidy as a Lutheran preacher bringing us, into Satan's dark embrace.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just sounds kind of nice.
It
Putting a
definitely
bow on
would. Yep, it would solve my problem.
I
for
feel like it
sure.
would solve a lot of problems. You know,
Mhm.
that man cut me off in traffic in his little VW the other day, and I just thought that was so rude. It's not even that he's a Lutheran, it's just that he's rude. And I think that was when I knew what his destiny really was.
Do you think Josh is up for it though?
I think for now we can just keep it between you and me and Andre. I'd like it to be sort of a surprise gesture for him too, because he's wanted that VFW building for so long.
I know he has.
And this is one thing he and I have shared, is like that we really just don't think the church in that back of the leather goods store is the best fit for the temple in the long term. And he and I have agreed on that. So I really think that, once it's happening, he's not gonna interrupt. So as long as it just starts happening and he's there, but it's really just kind of going for it, and he'll go along with it. He understands flow, like programming flow. That is one thing I will say for Josh, is he really just tries to go with the flow. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ash? It's your potential father-in-law.
Oh my God! Now we have to kill him. I think that scene.
Yeah. That was good.
What do you guys think? Is that a good outcome for me or a bad outcome for me?
I mean,
It could go either way.
Yeah,
really good.
I don't know. It's you're getting what you want.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting what you want isn't necessarily doing something good. So yeah, I say that's positive.
Neat.
Nice. Cool.
So are we establishing that like the money is going to appear to rent or buy this building?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ash is gonna sort of pledge her cut to help solve this preacher problem.
Okay, that's awesome. Cool. That seems like a boring thing to have scenes about. We can just say the money is there and we can reference it, but it's going to happen,
Okay.
which is cool. If that's all right with y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good. Awesome.
Cool. I would like to establish a scene at our Saturday gathering at the back of our Arapahoe Leather. So everybody's there. And if you want to bring Kendra, I think that would be awesome.
Yes.
Up to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then I don't know if she's going to have to enter the scene, but if she does, somebody jump in and play her as well.
Cool.
So it's Saturday, must be Saturday night, right? Because we have to be there at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh is in his robes, and he's got his golf shirt on underneath his robes. And everybody's got a name tag. Josh insists on name tags. There's a pot of coffee going. And it's just, it's like a Unitarian coffee klatch, but for Satanists. So can I have everybody's attention, please? Got an important announcement to make, and there's no time like the present. So without further ado, I'd like to announce that the funding has come together, and we're going to have a new satanic temple. Hail Satan!
Oh, hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
The old VFW hall. The price was right. The money came together. There were some anonymous donations, and it looks like by Christmas time we'll have our own place.
Oh,
Isn't that lovely, everybody?
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
I couldn't be happier. I have a vision for it, and I'm imagining there's going to be some lounge spaces where people can really just rap, just sit around and talk about their feelings, maybe talk about their marriages, and there's going to be comfortable furniture, maybe some soft lighting, maybe mood lighting, and of course we'll have an altar and all that stuff. But the really good part will be that it'll be a comfortable space for all of us to get together and just talk and be a community. Think about service, think about our mission, and I think it's going to bring us all together in a real positive way. Don't you think so, Brenda?
Yeah. What is our mission, Joshy?
Well, our mission is to, spread the word, bring
the word of Satan, right?
Bring Satan the souls of the unaware and the dispossessed, to increase our own personal power.
Sure, so that the dark one can devour those souls and.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to focus on that. That's sort of a bummer, Let's focus on the good stuff. I want to adopt a highway, first of all. We're definitely adopting a highway. I was thinking Route 10 out by the interstate.
Okay. Gosh, we could use the highway, but fail to put up safety railings and stuff, and maybe that'll get.
And why would you do a thing like that?
Well, for more blood. The cars go off the safety railing, especially around New Year's, and I know it's unfortunate from a public health standpoint, but especially if somehow the highway happened to be part of a runic pentagram or something, and it just sort of careened right off the sides, and that would actually be quite convenient. We wouldn't even have to host a space for that at all.
That's
Brenda.
fantastic. That's a fantastic idea.
What do you think?
Now hold on, everybody. I salute your zeal and your desire to serve the Prince of Lies, and that's good. That's good. But blood is blood, and we can sacrifice some chickens right here in our own private VFW hall. And
chickens aren't even a mammal, Joshy.
Well, that's
they're birds,
I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, you could, if we wanted to do that, we could just go to the Popeyes, right?
Well, no, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. We could get some buckets of chicken. We could bring them back to the VFW hall and call it a sacrifice, That's not a bad idea. Look, we got to care about our community.
Right.
We can't just have... getting drunk and flying.
It's interesting you say that. So Ash, actually, if it's okay, I don't want to steal your thunder, honey, but she's engaged, which I think we all sort of know, but now, she's engaged. But, she and her fiance, Kendra, there's this person sort of in the way who happens to be a Lutheran minister. And I think
you're talking about Preacher Tally.
And we could, bring him into the fold one way or another, because either we'll bring him in, we'll recruit him and he'll support the wedding, our way, talk to Kendra, bring it in. But in the more likely event that that's not really something that he seems that into, we could always have him be the first sacrifice in the VFW hall.
Oh, that's such a nice idea, because I was thinking of some kind of interfaith thing. We'd get a rabbi and an imam, and we'd get him.
That's great. That's so many people. We'll have to lay down many more tarps. Maybe we should invest in one of the big ones so there's no seams.
Well, there's a couple of giant ones in the mall. I can bring those right over.
Are they in that second maintenance closet by the ferns?
Yeah.
No, everybody. No, just let's not get the cart before the horse.
No, three sacrifices like a christening for your new VFW building. That is beautiful, Mr. Middleton.
I mean, it's a good idea.
Yes, Josh. I think that's an excellent idea that you had. That's so well done.
Well, no, I think you misapprehended me.
No,
Brenda.
Josh, I have to say, I really appreciate that you're starting to understand this desire that we have to get back to our roots. And I didn't think you were going to see it my way, but it means so much to me as the high priestess and your wife. This is what I've always wanted.
Oh, I know.
There's no imams in Poppleton, but we can start with Preacher Tally, and it means so much to me, Joshy. That's finally starting to see it from my side.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page here. I'll talk to him. I'll invite him over for the Black Sabbath, and we'll take it from there, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I'm the high priest. It's my job. I should probably invite him and take charge of this whole situation, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. Josh.
You got that old spark back. That's awesome, Mr. Middleton.
Yeah, I kind of do, don't I? It's funny that. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Josh. Brenda pinches his cheek. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. I'll talk to him and bring him over, and it'll be nice.
Perfect. Is that scene?
And that right there. What just happened? Not good.
Oh, man.
Does that mean that Josh is he's never going to get what he wants? Everything's going to go bad for him?
Gosh.
This was a Josh scene, right?
It was. I set it up. You guys decide if that went well for him.
I think this went poorly for him.
I think he just agreed to murder somebody. So
I think so.
His marriage.
He really.
I don't think it started out that way.
Listen,
no, it sure didn't.
You really, you were right. You do have to work for a good relationship. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Whew. The sit around and rap almost killed me. That was
awesome. Yes, that was the line.
That was good. Gosh, I think Brenda will go next, and I think, I know what it is. It's in the living room with Josh, and they're arguing because Josh literally went to the preacher and said, will you come over for the Black Sabbath? And she's pretty peeved about that. And I imagine the preacher was like, no, thank you. So now we have to figure out an alternative. Oh, and she's invited Andre and Ash to come over to discuss it.
Oh, that's good.
Good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are we ready? Awesome. Josh, I don't know what you were thinking. It's one thing to tell the congregation we're going to invite Preacher Tally over for a Black Sabbath, but you literally said the words, would you like to come over for our Black Sabbath? This isn't Portland. right? It's not like it's going to be well received. They're Lutherans. They're Lutherans. It would be one thing if you asked the UU, but these are Lutherans, Josh. You grew up in Poppleton. You know how it is.
Are you done? Are you finished?
I suppose I don't know what else I could say at this point.
I just want this world to be different. I want this town to be different. I want to be accepted. I want to be respected. I'm a high priest.
I know, Joshy. And once we sacrifice Preacher Tally, there's a lot of room that opens up. Once we, like the Lutherans dissolve and they all go to the next county over, then there's just so much more options for you. It's a new century. Who knows what could happen?
You're just trying to get me to do something that you want. It's not what I want, it's what you want. It's always what you want.
Gosh, I don't do that.
I try to do nice things for you. I tried to get you to kill your own dog, and look
that
where
was not a nice thing. Trying to convince me to kill our princess, Lady Daisy, is I didn't think you were going to bring that up. I thought that you understood that was a Josh up, and that.
What did you just say?
Should we go?
Yes, coming now.
Yes.
Can we come back later?
No, please.
Oh no.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't. I still feel bad for messing up date night. I mean, if you guys got stuff to talk.
we should really talk about Preacher Tally. Let me just go into the kitchen and I'll get some pop and some ice, and we'll come out.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Apparently there's been a bit of a Josh up.
Oh, Josh, you must have heard me wrong. That's not what I said. There was a bit of a mix up.
That's exactly what you said.
That's
and just before you leave, Brenda, you know who would have really appreciated us killing our own dog?
Nobody.
Oh, Satan.
Josh, you can't bring the Dark Lord's name into this if you haven't even made a blood sacrifice in 5 years. It's been 5 years, Josh, and that's not the only thing that hasn't happened for 5 years.
Oh, don't you start with that, Missy.
I'm going to go get that pop. I'll be right back. And Brenda leaves to go into the kitchen.
It's not like it's
5 years, Mr. Middleton.
It's not like I don't want to.
It's not that hard, Mr. Middleton.
What are you trying?
It's easy.
Andre, you don't know. You don't understand.
I've done blood sacrifices before, Mr. Middleton. It's not that complicated.
Listen, I'm a high priest. I've done a blood sacrifice or two in my day too.
I mean, you just need a body, right? And I like sharp implements, but
there's lots of ways to do it, and I know them all. Okay,
I'm just 5 years is a long time. I can help you with that.
Brenda comes back with the Diet Coke, like angrily clanking in the glasses. All right. Well, I'm thank you guys for coming over. I'm sorry that you had to see that. I do think we need to talk about the dark christening. I think we do. Because now Preacher Tally is looking at Josh all funny, and if he's looking at Josh funny, he's looking at me funny, which means we can't really do anything that calls, more attention to it. This isn't show and tell, it's a dark ritual, and
it's pretty serious.
Yeah, the town is just not ready. So we're actually kind of coming to you two for a favor in some ways. I mean, all four of us can make sure that it happens together, but at this point, for reasons, I think Josh and I have to do more of a backstage role until we get the preacher to the new space, to the VFW hall.
I mean, we could just find somebody else.
Yeah, why don't we just find somebody else, like a volunteer?
No, I like the preacher. I think that really opens up a lot of options.
Listen, I brought Kendra to the meeting last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's nice. It's good to meet her, and
Yeah, she well, so killing her dad is kind of a deal breaker for her.
I don't understand.
I mean, she loves him, I guess. I don't know why. But
a lot of people kill their
kind
parents.
of love her too, and I think maybe we should just find somebody else.
Well, who I mean, I don't want to seem close-minded. Who did you have in mind?
I mean, it could be it could be the new barista at the coffee place. What's his name? Sean.
You know,
Right? He always makes the coffee wrong.
I know. It's always sort of tastes like mashed potatoes when he does it. I don't
He's
know
a
how.
bad guy.
No,
He's a bad guy, but I don't.
But is that really dark enough for a dark christening? I mean, a preacher, that's like classic. It's traditional.
I'm with you, Miss Middleton. Yeah, if you want Preacher Tally, Miss Middleton, I would do that for you.
Yes, Josh. If you want Preacher Tally, Andre would do that for you.
Yeah.
Well, now hold on. We haven't agreed to any kind of human sacrifice here. Nobody's doing that. I'm the high priest, and I will not allow it.
You know, we could do it in a way where Kendra wouldn't know it was a sacrifice, right? Like we could do the sacrifice, but then instead of just like push brooming it out, we could drop him on the highway or something and make it look like a suicide
classic.
or a car accident or something like that.
It's classic Satanism right there.
Yeah, then Kendra wouldn't know. She would just be normal sad, and she wouldn't, be breakup sad.
Yeah, and then you could be there for her.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
You get closer, actually. You'd be
Yeah.
friends.
Kind of manipulative.
Well, we are Satanists.
I mean,
I'll talk you through it. It's easy.
I don't know about
I can show you how to do it. I can talk you through it.
That'll kind of be like old times. That would be nice to kind of remember what was nice.
Yeah, it's you don't need to get involved in that, Andre. I can take care of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know how to do it from the old days.
Yeah,
it's been a while, but you never forget your first murder.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement, don't you think, Ash?
I don't know, you guys.
Honey, Brenda comes to sit down the table.
Yes.
Honey, let me tell you something. And I mean, you saw it just now coming in, right? Marriage can be hard. It can be hard sometimes.
Sometimes it's a struggle.
Yeah, it's a constant compromising, and sometimes people have bad ideas.
And sometimes people are domineering and mean.
But you
just have to find a way to get along.
You do. You have to find that middle ground. You have to make those compromises.
Make sure you have a date night. Never forget your date night.
That's right. It's 5 to 8. That's our date, Joshy. 5 to 8.
Sometimes it's earlier and we schedule it earlier.
Well, sometimes life is complicated and Google Calendar doesn't cover everything. So 5 to 8, that's our date. But what I'm saying, Ash, is that if you can't find those areas of compromise, then the whole thing just sort of falls apart, right? And this is just something that Kendra's going to have to learn to accept if she loves you and she loves being married to you. If that marriage is meant to be in the 9th circle of hell, the way that mine and Joshy's is, then she will learn to love the embrace of Satan. And what better way to be initiated into the right than the loss of her father? That's classic.
It's a classic.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a done deal. I like it.
Yeah. What do you say, Ashy?
Only if Josh will help.
Perfect. That sounds great. Is that scene?
I think so.
Did that go well for Brenda?
For Brenda, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Jesus. All right. Yikes.
Hey.
I feel like things are about to take a turn for the worse for Brenda. I feel like that is very imminent. Yeah.
She's pushing real hard.
Cool.
And remember, you can always ask to resolve.
Oh, yeah.
So how does that work? Do I resolve before or after?
Yeah, during or after. So if you want to resolve, we'll set up a scene for you, and then you decide how it's going to go. And once you know, you can tell us, or you can wait till the end and look back on it and decide.
Gotcha. I think that's what I will do. I will resolve.
All right, scene for Andre. So Andre's all about this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For Brenda, right? Because he's. So I'm looking at the tilt, and I'm playing toward the love rears its ugly head.
Yeah, totally. Like there's clearly love or love for you for Brenda. I don't know how Brenda feels, but that's awesome. Maybe this is the scene where you go and get him. Maybe you go and collect him.
All right.
What do you think? What do you guys think? Jen, John, got any good idea?
I like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I was crunching, and I heard maybe this is when you go and get it. Is that what you mean?
Get him, the preacher.
Okay. Oh, okay, all right.
Or that. Also good.
Oh my goodness.
It's up to you, Andre. I feel like we just came up with two options.
No, I'm resolved.
Up to us.
You're resolved. I think it's got to be the preacher. That's just going to have to be a future thing.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you don't have that many scenes left, man. You got to make them count. But let's have a scene where you get the preacher and bring him to the dirty old barn where Brenda's waiting.
Nice.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yes.
And like maybe we're chaining them up for a week or something. Maybe it has to be as part of the ritual. He has to be kidnapped. Cool. So what do you think? Should we start it with like him going to get the preacher?
Yeah.
Or should we just have the point of attack be late, where he's bringing the preacher?
Yeah, I think he's
barn?
Bringing the preacher to the barn.
Oh, okay. So we have like all the chains and like the altar set up, and there's like the drippy cane.
Yeah, right.
Maybe one of those like plug-in air and like aromatherapy infusers.
Yes. With weird scents, right?
Yeah.
Not normal, like tangerine dream or something.
No, this is like valerian root.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need valerian root for sure.
Yep.
Like, is the preacher being brought in a bag, or is he coming of his own volition, having been deceived?
I think he's. I was going to add something, but I just remembered I'm resolving the scene.
That's right. You're not supposed to.
Right.
But if you've got an idea, tell us, because we're ready for a new idea here.
I think he's under duress. I think I brought him against his will.
Did you tell him that you were threatening Kendra's life? You had kidnapped Kendra and you were going to bring him to her?
If I thought that would get him to come here peaceably, yeah, I would do that.
All right. So I'll be Preacher Tally again, and I'm obviously stressed out and furious, right? But here I am. What is this? Why are you bringing me to the VFW hall? What is this nonsense? Who are you? Aren't you Santa Claus?
I am Santa Claus.
You're the guy who replaced Gary.
Yeah, Gary was.
Don't talk to me about Gary. Gary's a member of my congregation, and I know him better than you do.
Andre, you don't have to talk to him, Brenda says from the shadows with the robe.
Right.
He's just the sacrifice. You don't have to like make small talk. It's okay. We're not in
What are you talking about? Is that Brenda Middleton? Brenda Middleton.
It is. Hello.
What hello? What is happening here?
Is that the point?
What is all this?
What is happening like physically to the preacher right now? Like, are we changing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, nothing.
Yeah, I think I just delivered him, and he's in the room.
Oh well, this is our temple space. Welcome. It's not Black Sabbath yet, but you'll get to see what that's like too. And Brenda like puts a shackle on one of his wrists.
Where's my daughter?
It'll be fine, and I'll put a shackle on the other one.
Yeah. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, Kendra isn't here.
You said that you had my daughter.
We don't. We lied because we're Satanists.
Yeah.
We lie sometimes.
You do that when you're in love. You do that.
Yeah, this is the thing you have to understand. This is for your daughter's relationship. This is a gift a father can give. You give sacrifices, you make sacrifices. Sometimes you are a sacrifice for the next generation, right?
This is wrong and evil.
Yeah, I know. I'm really proud of it. We're really reconnecting to where we came from, you know?
You should be excited. I'm excited.
How can you do this? I'm an innocent man. I've done nothing wrong.
You're not innocent, Preacher Tally. You cut me off when I was on my way to the grocery store. And then when we were at the Kroger's, I saw you. You took the last bag of Tate's chocolate chip cookies, even though you knew I was hosting a block party that night. So who's selfish and evil now? And she puts like a hood over his head.
And this isn't really about you.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It's not about personal vendettas or anything. It's about love.
Yeah, it's about love.
It's about love. And Andre, do you want to do the honors and club him? What happens? I don't know.
So thank you, Preacher Tally, for helping me do this out of love. And I knock him out.
Nice.
So it's just the two of you standing there.
Yeah. Wow. Andre, that went so smoothly.
It did. I did this for you.
Oh.
You guys didn't fight at all.
Yeah, it's so different than it would have been with Josh. I didn't know it could be that easy.
Oh, yeah, you know, he's I've got a lot of respect for Mr. Middleton, but
Oh, sure. He's the high priest, right?
right. But
if you don't respect him, then you get, vivisected and stuff at the next Black Sabbath.
I think you could be a high priest.
Oh, I mean, we try to keep it traditional. I know some new satanic temples mix up gender stuff, but I don't know. Andre, do you really think so?
I think so. You could be my high priest. I would let you be my.
Oh, Andre, stop! Get out of here! Oh, gosh, I forgot. Daisy, come here. It's time for your meds.
Think about it. I'm just saying.
I think this is going good for Andre. Man.
I think it's going good for Andre.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, listen, I forgot one of Daisy's pills, so I have to get back home. Would you mind giving me a ride? Because we carpooled over, and I really don't want to call a cab from.
Oh no, I will certainly do that for you, Mrs. Middleton.
Oh, well,
Can I call you Brenda?
Andre. Yeah, you can call me Brenda.
All right.
That's nice. That sounds nice.
I'll drive you home. I think that went well for Andre.
Yeah, it really did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like Andre got both the preacher and Brenda.
We have.
Nice.
Oh
Neat.
my god. Oh.
We got one more round of scenes, and then the aftermath.
Nice.
So this is it. Like you get one scene. So if you want something to happen, now's the time. Make it happen.
Ooh. Gosh.
You could be my high priest.
I just saw that appear. Oh man. That makes me really want to be a Satanist because that's a really good line.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So let's think about what our characters want for this last round of scenes. I want to win Brenda's love back.
Yeah.
That's what Josh wants.
I want to convince Josh to let the preacher go because I have figured out that killing my fiance's dad will not make her love me more.
Yep.
Brenda wants just like the bloodiest Black Sabbath. It's Christmas in a new century. You gotta start off with a bang. I'm like, yeah, Brenda wants a party. Yeah.
Right.
I think Andre wants the cash and Brenda and to run away.
That's good.
That's very good. Mm-hmm. Well, then why don't I start this off then? Let's have a scene. How about a scene with Ash on our way to the actual sacrifice?
Uh-huh.
Like I pick you up in my Ford Probe.
Yeah.
And, I'm taking you over.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna do the thing, huh?
I guess we don't have to.
No, don't say that. We kind of. I mean, I don't know what choice we have at this point. We've kept him in chains for a week, like we're supposed to, and you can't just let a man go after that.
I mean, Kendra's gonna figure it out, and she's not gonna love me more for killing her dad.
Well, she might not figure it out. Sometimes people are. Well, she might not figure
We
it
talked
out.
about doing human sacrifices in front of her at the last mass.
Well, how much do you love her? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
11.
Okay. Because there's a lot of people in the world, and maybe you could find somebody else,
Maybe I could find a different religion in that case.
Oh, no, don't be saying that. Come on. We're your family. We're all friends here. And my vision for this particular temple is it's more coffee klatch than cutting people open and murdering them.
Okay. So help
But
me
you
out
got to
here.
start with like Brenda says, you got to start with a bang. It's a new century. We gotta make a sacrifice that our Dark Lord will find worthy of
Okay,
him.
well, you guys aren't sacrificing anything. I'm sacrificing a thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's important that you go along to get along in a case like this, and this is what Brenda wants, so that's what we're doing, and that's just the end of it.
So this is just going to be your new temple then, doing whatever Brenda wants, whatever she says. She says jump, you say how high. She says sacrifice, you say how much blood.
Well, she's got a clear head about her, and she truly loves the devil, so I think it could be a lot worse,
But what about
Come
what
on,
I
Ash.
want? What about what you want? Why does it have to be what Brenda wants?
Well, it just doesn't work out that way sometimes,
Listen,
in
you
a
got the
marriage-
money for the VFW partly from me, Josh. If it weren't for me, we wouldn't even be in the new building.
And don't think I don't appreciate that, Ash. I do. I really do. It's a good thing, and I'm happy that you shared with your community. But we gotta kill him. I think it's the only way. You see that, right? Like there's too much water under the bridge at this point. And I know it's hard for you, but a marriage is always it's about a compromise. It's about working hard to find some common ground, and you and Kendra will find that common ground.
Yep.
You'll see.
Just like you and Brenda have found a common ground in her being friends with Andre.
Well, what do you mean by that? No. What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean, Josh?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should spell it out for me. Maybe I'm stupid.
And she just looks at you for a second, like,
no, it's not true. You take it back.
listen, if you can't see it, it's only because you don't want to see it.
Well, that's not right. I work hard in my marriage. We've got a date night every week.
Yeah, how many of those has Brenda shown up for?
Well, not a lot, and it's no fun when she does, but you got to try.
It doesn't seem like she's trying very hard for you. That's all I'm saying.
Is she trying really hard for Andre? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that one bit. I'm going to have some harsh words for her. Oh, yeah. Let's end that right there.
Yeah, great.
Shit. Yeah.
I feel like that's bad.
Yeah.
Josh.
I don't want it to be bad. Actually, no, you know what, though? It's good because it's truth to power.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, I think that's good. Like he is changing because of that in a good way. I think that's good for him.
Sure. That was like a fulcrum.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah.
Wow, people are really loving that Ash just fucking laid it out. That's right. Truth to power.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what I want for my scene with Ash. Do you guys want to establish one for me? Or somebody else can go. I'm open.
Oh,
Because I really wanted to try to get Josh on my side, but
yeah.
Well,
I
I think
don't
you did. I mean,
Did I?
there's a bit
Yeah.
of uncertainty.
I don't think I did.
I think you did. I just think it might not manifest in this instance.
That's fair.
I think when it's gonna manifest is like during the Black Sabbath when they're about to kill Preacher Tally.
Mhm.
Right.
Which I definitely want to be Brenda's scene, but I don't know if that should be the very next scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
So I was thinking my scene would be Andre and Brenda maybe prepping Tally
Oh yeah.
for
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Totally.
We don't actually
yeah.
do it in that scene, but we're getting him ready, getting him cleaned up,
Mhm.
maybe transporting him or whatever.
Yeah.
So that sounds good. And remember that stuff like your objective of running away with Brenda and the
Right.
money, it's an aftermath kind of thing. We can find out if that works in the aftermath.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. It sounds really
Right.
good.
Awesome.
So you yeah, so I think I just bring him in chains
Mhm.
to the altar. Maybe there's some, I don't know, priestly kind of things that have to happen that I don't get to do. But I brought him there.
Yeah. I think
uh,
Brenda's saying things like, "Oh, can you just get that corner for the altar cloth? Because I
Right.
can't reach over there. It's just too
Right.
far." And also things like, the Black Book says we should cut out the tongue so they can't talk or make noise, but I don't know. I just got this dry cleaned, and like, what if we just gagged him? I know that's sort of like a modern interpretation of the text, but like, we want to go back to being traditional. We don't have to go all the way back to the Dark Ages,
We can be civil about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, gosh, she kind of does that's basically that. Sabbath starts pretty soon, but we've got a little bit of a break. Do you want to go for a Starbucks? Like, these chains are pretty good. They're going to hold him nice and tight.
Yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, okay.
So coffee's good, but I was thinking,
Oh, it's Christmas season. They got that little peppermint bark garnish on all the whipped cream stuff now. That would be nice.
yeah, no, that would be nice. You know, it'd be nicer
What's that, Andre?
if we got out of this town, you and me.
What? No, get out of here, Andre.
No, hear me out. I'm serious. I got a little nest egg. I've been putting it away for a little while. We could just, after this big Black Sabbath, we get it bloody up in here, and then we could just hit the road out of here.
What would we do? I just turned 50.
Satanists. We could go out and be Satanists anywhere.
Oh, Andre.
The world could be our temple. We could do whatever.
Right. Andre, I don't know. Brenda puts a hand on Andre's beardless cheek. You're such a romantic. That's what I've always, I've seen that and always liked that about you. But I've been married so long, and, Daisy, with all her health problems, she really needs two people to take care of her. And
One, two. That's two people.
I've been married to Josh for so long, honey. It's almost like it's a
married
part.
to Josh. We'll just be someplace else. It'll be
Oh.
all right. You don't have to divorce him. You could stay married to him. Send him postcards from Vegas, from San Francisco, from wherever we are. He'll be fine here.
I see. Well, I guess, I suppose adultery is sort of satanic in its own modest way.
Hell yeah, it is. We can do this.
Here's the thing, Andre. I owe it to Josh to set up this new church right. After this big ceremony, maybe it would be nice to get away, clear my head a little bit, try to figure out what's really important to me.
I think that's a good idea.
We'll have to take Daisy.
That's
She'll leave
perfectly
the whole
fine.
back seat.
That's perfect. There's
All
nothing
right.
else back there.
Good. Okay. Well, good, because you might want to lay down a tarp for that too, for other reasons. But Andre, you've always had the ability to see what people need. I just didn't think that you would understand me on this level. And gosh, that's pretty nice. Yeah.
Let's go get some coffee.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
I see.
I think that goes well for Andre.
Andre is a man of action.
Cool. So
Nice.
my scene I'm going to establish, and it's going to be short, and you guys can tell me how it turns out.
Okay.
So as Brenda and Andre go to get coffee, Ash tries to sabotage the chains that are securing her would-be father-in-law.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I think that you succeed. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
There's no question that that's a positive outcome for you.
yeah. Okay.
Like, maybe it'll take the preacher a little work to
Sure.
bust out at the most dramatically appropriate time.
Yes.
Does that mean that like when the Black Sabbath starts, there's just an empty altar? Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, the blood must flow, right? And if the
Yeah.
altar's empty,
Let's move.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a positive outcome for that, and
Heck yeah.
then Brenda, take it away.
Oh
Unless you
my
want us to
goodness.
establish, and then you can resolve. It's up to you.
No, I mean, it just seems so narratively tidy to establish that like everyone is coming in their Saturday best. It's like 3:00, like the witching hour, because it's like the first Black Sabbath in this new space, and they've brought their chalices, and everyone's pulling their like Subarus into like this hellish circle around the W. There's like one wood paneled station wagon. And everyone climbs out, and there's like no lights on. There's just like candles. And Brenda says with like a flourish, like, all right, practitioners, we've been waiting for this for a long, long time. And I know that we've strayed from tradition. And obviously Josh is going to carry out the ceremony. He's hyped.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I just wanted to say, not just as Satanists, but friends and real family here in Poppleton. I so appreciate all of you coming out so much, and I really think this dark christening is gonna bring us closer together. And she flings the barn door open, and there's just the altar with all the candlelight on it, and no one there.
Oh, now wait a minute. Where'd you put him?
Right
Where'd you put
there.
him? Well, Andre, where'd you put
Right
him?
there.
Right there. He was chained up right there.
Well, he's not chained up now. He could be running through the woods.
Oh,
Oh, good job.
this is
Good
not
job.
great.
With
Hey,
unholy
Josh,
Christian.
hey, we have company, and
Yep.
we need to keep it together. If there is a naked Lutheran preacher running through the woods right now, like, we all need to figure it out. But we can't postpone the ceremony. It's the witching hour.
Yeah, well, I'm the high priest and I got egg on my face now, don't I? You're right. We can't postpone it. But we don't have a sacrifice, do we?
I mean, oh gosh, I suppose there isn't. This is just like when those raccoons got in the dumpster and we had to try to find someone to volunteer to take all the trash to the dumpster without the bags. Is anyone going to step up? You didn't step up for that. Now it's more important. Anyone going to step up now? Congregation is like dead silent.
No, nobody's going to volunteer, Brenda.
Where's Ash?
Where is that?
Not there. Not
She's in
there.
my car. I brought her. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go get her.
Yeah, let's go get her, Josh. I think that, gosh, we got to do this fast. We have half an hour. Where would she have gone?
Well, she wouldn't have gotten far.
We got to do this. Okay, listen up, guys. We're going to do this like a phone tree, all right? So just like the same neighborhood directory phone tree that we use, we're all going to split up in our cars. You know, that highway that we were thinking of adopting, because it turns out it's like that perfect 666, like pentagram circle. We're going to go in that loop because after that, if you take the exit, you're in the next state. So we just can't let them leave that highway. We got to split up and find them and bring them back here. Ash and the preacher and maybe a preacher's daughter too. Great. It'll be 3 people, but we got to do it in half an hour. Chop, chop.
I think we should come back with Ash.
Yeah. But no one else.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Is this like a continuation of the same scene, or are you guys resolving this for me?
No, let's keep going a little bit and see
Okay.
where this goes.
All right.
So then maybe Andre finds Ash,
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah.
and then we all sort of regroup.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
What's that all about?
I just, oh gosh, I don't know. That was really inconvenient, honey, Ashy. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, we've got about 5 minutes.
I mean, if you would have listened to me in the first place, you wouldn't be in this predicament.
Well, the preacher is still out there, but we can, honestly, at this point, I'm tired. I just want to get this over with and go home, maybe, I don't know, bubble bath and a little bit of TV. So, Josh, could you get the change? I think we found our christening.
Yep.
Ash, are you cluing into what's happening at this point?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what's happening. And I'm just looking at every single one of you like, fucking shit is this?
I think we know who developed the conscience anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you want me to put the chains on you, or is this going to be a big fracas? How do you want
No, I mean, at this point, we can't even I put the anointing oils in the fridge at home so they didn't go bad. So we don't even have those. We got to and then we're good. We can all go home and get a little bit of night sleep.
Wait. Did you spend all the cash, Ash? Do you have anything left from the deposits?
She
Or you're
just
all out?
smiles.
I'm just checking.
She just smiles at you, grins wide.
Don't be so mysterious about it. We kind of need that money, Ash.
Ash, where's the money?
Why would I give you the money as you're about to murder me?
Ash, you're a sacrificial victim, so I kind of think your days of Satanism are over, and now you can just be honest. You don't have to lie.
Oh, for Pete's sake, is that a siren I'm hearing?
No, that can't be right.
Oh my God, we need to get this done.
Okay, we got to get this done really fast. All right,
Andre.
incantation. Andre, will you just like hold her down? Because at this point,
She's not making it easy. She's like kicking and flailing.
Ash, come on now. You're family here. Don't be undignified about this.
I want to do it fast. Ashy, just be a good girl and cooperate for this last rite before we all get arrested.
She kicks Josh like in the side of the knee, like real good.
Let's end it there and let the aftermath decide what happens.
Nice.
Right? Because that was the last scene, right?
That was good. That was good.
What do we think was that good or bad for Brenda?
That was very bad.
That
was pretty bad.
Yeah, that went sideways.
Yeah.
We did.
Cool.
So
now we're just looking at our totals, right? Not the tilt elements.
The tilt elements don't matter. We're just going to add to the cards. So I'm a little confused about.
So I got a 3 blue. And if you go into the journal, there is a section of handouts called Aftermath. And then there are the tables for the aftermaths.
So I'm adding what I have here to what I had from the first.
What you had before, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I end up with red 5.
Wow.
I don't see red 6 to 12 plus.
It should be there. Blue. Yeah, red 0 to 5 and red 6 to 12 plus.
Oh, I see on that table. Okay. Let me find it one more time.
So mine is red 5.
Cool. Mine is I was blue 3 and then blue 4. So that's 7. Do I then subtract the
Yes.
If it's all blue, you just add it together.
No, she's
but
got
I have a red 3 as well. So it's 7 minus 3, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a blue 4. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is about right.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Jay? Do you know what you got yet?
I have 11 blue.
Holy shit.
All right. Well, I'm going to read mine first.
Okay.
Because I feel like my situation is the most up in the air at the moment.
Sure.
Repulsive. Most likely, I'm not dead on the outside, but I'm sure as hell dead on the inside. The emotional or mental wounds I have suffered, those will never heal. The future is a brick wall.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why don't we all read ours and then we
Yep.
can
Yeah.
figure out what they mean. So I had red 5, which is desperate. Well, I've been whipped like a rented mule for starters, and I will remember this episode for all my diminished days. The lessons have been as profound as they have been painful. Nothing is ever going to be good again.
Christ. I got blue 4, which is shocking. Well, that was humiliating. My reputation is now in dirty pieces all around me, and I'll never think of these days without a shudder of horror at my own aggressive stupidity. I think my best days are behind me.
I've got inspirational. When you look at me, you see an example of someone who has it all. Despite a lot of hardship and danger, I persevered and triumphed. I got what I wanted, and then some. My genius and hard work have made me the success I am today.
So good.
Oh,
I love that.
boy.
I love that the whole game Andre's like, I need to get a pile of money and get the fuck out of here. I need to get a pile of money and get the fuck out of here. And then he gets a pile of money and gets the fuck out of
Fuck
there.
out of here. Yeah.
Right?
I have to say, Gian, it sounds like we're still married.
I think that's actually kind of the worst outcome for both
Right,
of us. I
right.
think I'd
Yep.
not go on
Right.
the road trip with Andre.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think I have the dog.
I think
Oh,
you-
no!
I think I have the dog.
Yes,
That's
you
so
do.
perfect. I think you
You've
took
got
one look at
Daisy.
Daisy and fell in love, and we're like,
Oh, bastard.
Aw.
So what's the deal with Ash?
Yeah.
It-
What do you
it sounds like
guys think?
you didn't die. It sounds like we got rousted by the cops.
Yeah.
And maybe like the Imperial Satanic Majesties made sure it all disappeared. Like no charges were filed.
Mm.
But like, it's not good for you. You lost the love of your
Well,
life.
yeah, it's how do you salvage a relationship from your church attempting to marry your fiance's or attempting to murder your fiance's dad? Like, how do you come back from that?
You don't really,
Mm-mm.
in my experience.
Nope.
I mean, speculating.
yeah. Do you have a hat
Yep.
for that one too?
A hat for
For that
murdering your
particular
fiance.
scenario? Yeah. I mean,
do.
there's a lot of them. Yeah.
I
So
do.
nice.
Um,
Good.
I'll leave it there. I don't want to put it on.
Yeah,
right
I think Ash, I think she was injured, right, in the sacrifice.
now.
But then several weeks later, she's back at her job at the mall.
Ugh.
Oh man. Oh, that's rough.
As an apostate Satanist, surrounded by these Satanists who didn't get in any trouble.
Yep.
Yep. Now there are security cameras on the till.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
So what's how did Andre get out of there?
I think his car, he was all packed up. So the original plan was we do the Sabbath, we do the sacrifice, Brenda hops in the car, and we drive off. So maybe Daisy was already in the back of the car,
I love it.
and the whatever was left of the deposit money was in the car also. So when the police showed up and everything went sideways, Andre hops in the car and drives off.
Yes, that is so good. Of all the characters, I'm just glad that he was the one who succeeded.
I really am. I feel like Andre, out of these 4 people, Andre is the only one who maybe a little bit deserved success.
Because just a straight shooter.
Mhm.
He wants what he wants, and he doesn't. He's not two-faced about it.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
so
Yeah,
much
thank you
fun.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's do outros.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do the same order. I'm Jen Martin. I use she/her pronouns. I'm so excited to bring this version of Fiasco to everybody. We are kickstarting it right now, and you can hit. Maybe somebody can do a thing in the chat for the link. There we go. Thank you, chat. bit.ly/actual fiasco. If you would like to back the game on Kickstarter right now, it is running until September 4th. And we have some cool stuff in store for folks that we're keeping a secret right now. But we have plans. Gian.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh, no. What were you going to say?
No, I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. So I'm Gian Shim. I had so much fun playing Fiasco. I love what's been done with the design because I haven't played this new edition yet, and it is. I already thought the last version of Fiasco was pretty fast at the time, but this is like so snappy and like I could imagine, and this is like one of the best compliments I can give any role-playing game. I can imagine bringing this in to a group of friends who have never played an RPG in their life and are scared to, and just having a blast. So please support that Kickstarter. It's up there, and September 4th isn't super far away. So like get in on it. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff available. Onto you, Jason.
Yeah, so I'm Jason, he, him pronouns, and this was awesome. I loved playing with all three of you. And Jay, I had said I wanted to play a game with you, and now we have.
Now we have, yes.
Which is super good. Yeah, I'm so excited and gratified that the Kickstarter is doing well, and we have a lot of really interesting things coming up that we're working hard at. I've been working hard all day today on some pretty neat surprises. So please support us, and thank you. And Jay, what's your deal?
I'm Jay. You see him pronouns. I run the Diceology podcast that you're supposed to be coming on soon, Jason. So
I know.
To that. We should do that soon.
Yep.
I love the cards. I love the cards in Fiasco. I remember playing the old one with the dice. So this runs way faster, and I love it.
It does.
So beg, borrow, steal the money. Back to Kickstarter. Do this.
Right. Yeah, this shaves like a half hour off the game easily.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
at
a lot.
least. Yeah. It's awesome.
Back to you, Jen.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. And also, especially, thank you to Sean Nittner for being our behind-the-scenes producer and like handling all the text on the board and doing links and stuff in Twitch. And helping with all the overlay and all that good stuff. We could definitely not have done it without him. So thank you, Sean.
Absolutely my pleasure.
And that's all we got. So we're gonna sign off.
Good night, guys.
Night, everybody.
Bye.